Some of these are simple and quick. Some will need to be completed over time. Some are for the individual. Others invite people close to you to walk alongside you. Some are fun. Some may be painful. In each case, we have prayerfully chosen steps we think will bring you closer to living the life God desires for you. Finally, in So You Want to Be a Rock Star, we visit the stories of ordinary people who have found themselves at all kinds of crossroads. Something in their lives forced them to look long and hard into the grace of God and decide if they believed in it. We don't think we're giving away too much of the plot to tell you this. Each storyteller will offer the same truths. God is who He says He is. He is faithful. He can be trusted. So, are you ready for a hard, honest, healing journey? If so, you aren't alone. Though the pieces of this story unfold through the life of one person, it is not the Stephanie Smith extravaganza. This is your story. It's our story. It's the story of life. Last words. Then Jesus came to them and said, All authority in heaven and on earth has been given to me. Therefore, go and make disciples of all nations, baptizing them in the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit, and teaching them to obey everything I have commanded you. And surely I am with you always, to the very end of the age. Matthew 28:18-20, emphasis added. Life is hard. This book could end right now because, frankly, that's one of life's great secrets. And now that you know it, there might not be a whole lot left to say. It is seriously tough out there in the world. I don't want to depress anybody right off the bat, but if you pay any attention at all, you know what I'm talking about. I guess we have to consider the very real possibility that these are simply the last days referred to by the Apostle Paul in one of his letters to his friend Timothy. You can read his words for yourself in 2 Timothy 3:1-5. But I have to warn you, it's not encouraging news. I don't know what your hardship is, but I'm willing to go out on a limb and say you have known trouble in your life. If not, I probably need to take your pulse. Here are some statistics to consider. Nearly 20% of Americans report having experienced some form of sexual abuse in their childhood years. Advocates for youth. 60% of Americans are overweight, and 34% are considered obese. ANRED. Studies reveal that almost 40% of marriages end in divorce. Americans for Divorce Reform. With numbers like these, chances are very good that, like me, you grew up as a statistic of some sort. My statistic is one of fatherlessness. Did you know that nearly 1/3 of young Americans have moved into adulthood without a father present? fathersforlife.org. If you are fatherless too, the statistics say something about your likelihoods. They say you are 6.6 times more likely than other kids to become a teenage parent. They say you are also 6.6 times more likely to drop out of school and 15 times more likely to end up in prison while still a teenager. They say you are 5 times more likely to take your own life. fathersforlife.org. There are other statistics about rape, running away, and behavioral disorders, but none of them are happy. This is not a book intended to depress anyone. No, this is a book about hope. So let's begin with a big statistic rejection party. Now, I'm not stupid enough to think that statistics have no validity. I understand that most of them have been gathered and weighed in some scientific manner that I don't totally understand. I do understand statistics represent a version of reality. But I believe the reality they represent is one-sided. They show us a reality without hope, without possibility, without Christ. The statistics are one voice, but God's voice is something else entirely, and the kind of life you have depends on which of those two voices you listen to. From the beginning, God has been about beating the odds. Are you ready for my awesome literary